Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Valencia, and in this video, I'm going to be attempting to recreate this makeup look on Lauralie Chapados done by V the Makeup Artist on Instagram. I love her work. She does a really great job. I believe that this look was done for 2023 Olympia, but it is a really beautiful pink smoky eye look, and so I just thought I'd have some fun today and try and recreate this look. This is obviously the finished look. It didn't turn out exactly like Lauralie's, but I think I did an okay job, and I did use all affordable drugstore products, so if you would like to recreate this look, then just keep on watching. First things first, I do like to start off with my brows. However, I feel really bad because the only brow product that I have is Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and I would not consider this to be affordable. I even went to Target and I picked up a bunch of like drugstore items that I was going to use specifically for this video, and I totally forgot to pick up an eyebrow product. So I'm starting to really get into makeup again, so there may be more makeup videos in the future. To give ourselves more of that fluffy brow look, I'm going to be using the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. We're just going to brush that over our brows. Next, we're going to move on to the eyes. I am going to be using this e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer as our primer for our eyelids. So I'm just going to put this around my eyes. For the eyeshadow, I picked up the Blush Baby Pressed Powder Palette by ColourPop. And the reason why is because I felt like it had a few shimmer shades. Here, let me open it up. It has like this darker shade that we can use in the outer corner. It had some shimmer shades in here. I'm not sure how like shimmery they're gonna be in comparison to Lauralie's, but I think that this has some really good shades that we can kind of use to mimic the same type of look. And this palette I picked up at Target. It was only $12, I want to say. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this color, You Promise, and we're going to be spreading that all over our crease. The first brush that we used was this fluffy brush. And then we are going to go in with a little bit more of a tapered brush, and we're going to be using this color, Pinky Swear, and we're gonna be a little bit more careful with the placement of this one, but it's going to go mostly in our outer corner, and then we're gonna blend it towards the inside, but halfway. And then we're gonna go back in with that super fluffy brush and just blend it out. I'm actually just going to try and use a tiny bit of black. So any black shadow that you have, you can probably use. I'm going to use a tiny bit because I just want to darken the outer corner just a little bit. Taking this color right here called Koi, I am going to just be applying that everywhere kind of, just to blend everything together. I don't know how this makeup look is turning out. I'm trying to trust the process, but I'm kind of panicking. Now that we have that, we are going to cut the crease, but only halfway. Going back to our favorite concealer, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this flat brush, we are going to cut the crease. Since this is tacky right now, we are going to go in with the shade right there. And I'm using my finger for this, so that way it can be extra pigmented. So I think I'm also going to add a little bit of the My on top. Now going back with this color here, Pinky Swear, we're going to pick up this brush again and pack it into that outer corner. Okay, like that. And I'm going to repeat that on the next eye. We are going to go in next with our eyeliner. It looks like she has a pretty dramatic wing. So I'm going to be using this eyeliner. This is actually from Wet n Wild. It's only like $3 maybe tops, or maybe $5, but it's really, really affordable. This is what the tip looks like. I feel like now that we put the eyeliner on, the look is finally coming together. It doesn't look so crazy. So let's do the other eye. So now I'm just taking a makeup wipe and I'm gonna clean up all of the fallout and just where we don't want the eyeshadow. For eyelashes, I'm not going to bother to curl them because we are going to be using falsies. So I'm just going to first use this mascara, which is Sky High Maybelline mascara. It's already been used, that's why it's like ugly. I picked up these eyelashes from Target. These are the Ardell Professional 3D Faux Mink. So I applied the glue, and then the trick is you want the glue to almost be dry. If it is too wet, then it's gonna get all over your eyelid and it's gonna mess up your makeup. So we are just going to let this dry and get tacky so we can just pop it on. Now that we have both of our lashes on, we are going to move on to our face makeup. For this, I purchased the e.l.f. Anti-Pore Makeup Primer. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. That's the exact name. So I'm just going to place this on my face and rub it in with my hands. For our face, we are going to be using the Infallible Pro Matte Foundation by L'Oreal. This has always been one of my favorites. It's 24 hours, waterproof, sweat resistant, transfer resistant. I know people like to look nice and moisturized and glossy, but I would imagine that on stage you want your makeup to look more matte because you can always add shine with highlighter and whatnot, but you can't really, it's difficult to take it away once it's there. So we are just going to apply this everywhere. Using a beauty blender, we're going to blend it in. Going back with our e.l.f. Camo Concealer, we're just going to conceal under our eyes and the areas that we want to brighten on our face. For baking powder, we are going to be using this Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in the color Translucent. And the reason why we're going to do this is because it's going to ensure that our makeup stays in place all day, and it's also just going to give us that perfect photo focus type of finish. One thing about this Airspun Loose Powder is I do believe it has flashback, so I actually don't recommend it for stage. Definitely if you're going to use a loose powder, invest in the Laura Mercier translucent powder, or just do some research and find one that doesn't have flashback because you do not want to be out there looking like James Charles for all of your photos. One thing about me is I have really big eyelids, if you noticed. So as you can see, the eyeshadow is like getting into my crease. So if that happens to you, you can just blend that out with that same brush that we used. Okay, so while we have that baking, we are going to refocus on our eyes and we are going to do some under eye shadow. You don't want to miss this step because this is going to complete your overall eye look. So all we're going to do is we're going to go back in with that pinky swear and we're just going to put it in our lower lash lid. Yeah. This one also doesn't have to be applied perfectly. It can be kind of messy. And a little hack is that if you remember to do this step, it kind of camouflages any wrinkles that you might have that get kind of like creased with your concealer. So this is a good little hack to kind of camouflage those wrinkles. Not that like the judges or anybody will see it from the stage, but just in general. And then while we're at it, we might as well add some mascara on our lower lashes. now that we let our baking powder sit for a minute, we are going to just blend that in with the beauty blender. So we're not going to wipe it off, we are going to press it into the skin. I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Magic Mist and Set. For bronzer, we are going to be using the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, and honestly any bronzer is really good from the brand Physicians Formula, so that's always a safe bet from the drugstore. This one has a little bit of a shimmer, so we are going to go ahead and use this one. For blush, I'm going to be using Milani Luminous. Blush is always the first thing to fade first on me, and so for the show I will be putting a lot on because I know that throughout the day it is going to fade, and the stage lights wash you out like no other. That's why when you look at theater makeup, it's like really bright red rosy cheeks, and you kind of have to take that into consideration for the show, I would imagine. I mean, I've never competed before, but I would imagine it's similar to like stage theater makeup. It has to be dramatic so that way the stage lights don't totally wash it out. Okay, for highlighter, I'm going to be using this ColourPop light stick in the corner of my eye because Lauralie has super bright corners of her eye. We are also going to be adding this under our brow. And then I have this random highlighter, and I'm just going to be using this on my cheeks. For the lips, I need to wipe off the Vaseline I currently have. We are going to be using ColourPop's Lippy Pencil, and this is in the color Chain Reaction. My lips are not as big as Lauralie's, so I'm going to overline just a little bit. And then I also picked up this e.l.f. O Face Satin Lipstick in the color Standing Ovation. The lips ended up being just a little bit darker than I thought they were gonna be when I picked the shades. I have this old random lipstick from Buxom. It's from when I worked at Sephora, the little free sticker there. This is in the color White Russian, so I'm going to top it with this and hopefully we can get a lighter color. Okay, I don't know about the lip color, and honestly, I'm not so sure if the eye look is exactly like Lauralie's. Maybe it's a little bit more like Amy's, but I'm gonna do my hair and then I will be right back. Our last step is just our setting spray. And that is it. This is my Lauralie inspired makeup tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know how I did. If you watched until the end, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on my next video.